My earliest memory of advocacy is going to the polls with my dad.
I was at USC when the war was going on in El Salvador. We were protesting the U.S. involvement in the war.
What it means to be an advocate is almost like to be a true friend. And then before you know it, you're an advocate for a cause.
GreenLatinos is a nationwide comunidad of Latino, Latina, Latinx, environmental and conservation champions.
This week we had our advocates from across the country, GreenLatinos members, come to DC for a fly-in to have the experience of being able to advocate for their issues in front of their own state legislators at the federal level here in DC.
We trained people who had never been here before, people who have come here before. We gave them the skills to become even greater leaders, leading these groups all across the Capitol, all across the White House, and really leveraging their voices.
I've done advocacy at my state capitol in Sacramento.
This is actually my second time advocating at the Capitol, but it's probably the most immersive and the best coordinated experience that I've had.
There's not enough words to say how incredibly inspired I am by all of the advocates who participated so passionately. I think it was really amazing creating these opportunities for us to come together and speak in unison and represent folks in this country who are a lot of times not heard.
We released a report we've been working on for a year, the Latino Climate Justice Framework, which is our Nuestro New Deal.
The LCJF is a blueprint for the Latino, Latina, Latinx community. Over a year ago, a few of us came together and realized there was a gap out there. And so we knew that it was time to create a framework for our comunidad.
Developing that environmental identity is so critical in order for us to be able to see ourselves as part of the ecosystems that we want to protect and advocate for.
It empowers advocates at every level to become instant experts and to have this in their back pocket that they can take and show and say, this is what we're fighting for.
I hope that this report is the beginning, not just the end, and I hope that it really starts the movement, a movement of bridging the gap between decision makers and advocates.
There's a lot of work ahead of us, and there's a long way to go, and we can only do that together.
We only work in community, and we only succeed in community.
We are all independent, but together we are more.
It kind of feels like a renaissance of some sort, you know what I mean? It just feels like a new beginning.
To do it with folks who I now consider friends and colleagues is extremely life-changing. And this is an opportunity that I don't think I would have been able to participate in had it not been for GreenLatinos.
To stand up for our children, our grandchildren, our nieces, our nephews, and their future. What did you do when you had a chance to work to solve the climate crisis? Were you there? Did you stand up for us? Did you fight for us? You can proudly say yes. And so let's take advantage of this moment now and work together on that. Join us.